since most of us are standing up, let's start standing up, and actually let's just have a tennis ball close by. We're not going to use it at the very beginning, but I want you to take a moment to feel your feet on the ground and just kind of wiggle through your body, your arms, your fingertips, and notice how you're feeling today. And then connecting with your breath, and after you notice how you're feeling, think about how you want to feel when we're done with class today, right? So setting your intention. And then once you set your intention, we're going to start to move with the breath. So inhaling, arms up onto the toes if it's safe. Exhaling down. And just flowing easily with your breath, not keeping time with me or anybody else. And noticing how it feels to move your body. Now, this next time that your feet are flat, we're going to keep the feet flat on the ground for a moment. Inhale, arms up, and exhale down. Good morning. Inhale up, and exhale down. So you're keeping your feet flat and kind of pushing off as you inhale up. Does that make sense? Beautiful. Now, next time you exhale, you're going to pause for a moment. Notice how you're feeling. Then you're going to find your tennis ball. So I want you to feel your feet on the ground. Then we're going to roll on the tennis ball. See, every time I do this, I just want to go, You would think after all of these years. And make sure that you do both feet. And if you're at home and you don't have tennis balls, you can absolutely massage your feet with your hands. It's not the same, but. All right. So anybody notice anything interesting on those feet? And some of us talked about the back and the neck today. So as you're rolling your feet, I want you to pay attention along the inside of the arch. So just for a swipe or two, roll that tennis ball on the inside of your arch on each foot and see how it feels. Go ahead and make yourself comfortable. Go anywhere you want. Because sometimes the spine runs along the edge of that arch, and I want you to notice if. So we have legs, spine, and neck. Did anybody who came in after I asked have anything to add? Okay, shoulders. All right, so we're gonna set that tennis ball aside, and I want you to notice how your feet feel on the ground now. Like, do they feel any different? Yeah, kind of more connected to the ground. All right, and so what I want you to have close by some blocks or anything that you use, like a block, a blanket or a bolster, and some sort of firm chair. And we're gonna start with our chair today. So I want you to put all 4 legs of the chair onto your mat with the seat facing you. And I know for some of you this might be a new thing, for some maybe not. All right, so you're gonna come down and put your hands on the chair and then walk yourself so that you're at a comfortable place. Right, so your back hopefully is flat. You're gonna engage those abdominal muscles. Your vision is towards your hands, even though you might want to look up towards me. And what I want you to do, we're going to inhale up and exhale. You're going to come down into kind of like a chair position. So you're moving through your legs right now. Inhale up, exhale back. And you're sitting back as far as is safe and comfortable for you. Nice. Now, next time you come up, you're going to walk those feet back a little bit, and you're going to come down into kind of an interesting sort of plank. So don't let your hips drop, okay? And then you're going to come back. So now you're going to inhale forward and exhale back. And you can bend your knees if needed. If you find your hands getting sore, work your hands on the bottom of the chair so that you're not putting all the weight in the wrists. How does that feel for people? Kind of different and new. And it allows us to get into places, to access places that we might not do in a regular plank and up dog sort of movement. So next time that you're in your exhale, walk your feet forward, and we're gonna come up off of the chair. And I'm gonna turn my chair so that I can see, actually all of you might wanna turn your chair too so you can see me. And you're gonna sit. All right, how are we doing? Now I want you to be up on the edge of your chair, and we talk, you know, sometimes about your sit bones, so see if you can feel them kind of come on that little bump of the chair. All right, now vision is towards the hands, and you're gonna keep your posture up, right? So looking at your left hand, you're gonna inhale up, come back as far as you comfortably can, and exhale back to the front. And then second side. You're gonna move with your breath. And obviously this is for your head, neck, and shoulders. And you're only going as far as it feels really comfortable and safe. And the pace that you're moving is the pace of your breath. Now, the only thing, if you're at home and doing this, I want you to make sure that you're on a firm chair. Let's do it one more time. So that you're not like sinking into a cushy chair or a sofa or something like that. Beautiful. Now, next time your hand comes back, so you've finished both sides, we're gonna inhale, shoulders up, exhale, slide them down your back body. So we're trying to see now if you can get those shoulder blades to move on your back body. And then let's stretch those arms out. And we could do this standing up as well, but since we're seated, I'm just gonna do it seated. Okay, so now your vision is towards your left hand. You're gonna turn that palm forward, and you're gonna bring your outside, and we're gonna do the one side first, and you're gonna see where those fingers connect on your hand. And most likely, because of how we're made as humans, your fingers are not going to connect, right? You're going to touch more like your wrist or the bottom of your hand. Next time you're open, we're going to take that left hand towards the right. And you're moving again with your breath, inhaling, open, exhaling, closed. Okay, now we're going to relax those arms because I'm probably a little bit tired after that. And again, roll through your shoulders. And then we're going to, you're in a comfortable seat, your posture is nice and tall. On an exhale, bring your chin towards your chest. And then you're gonna reach your left shoulder or your left ear towards your left shoulder. And come back to the center, and then roll over to the right side. And back to the center. So we're not making head circles because we don't do those anymore. We're doing a nice little gentle semicircle, stopping in the middle. And next time you come to the right side, you're gonna lift up your head on an inhale. We're gonna take those feet wide, probably wider than your mat. And you're gonna inhale up, exhale, slide down, and let your chin come towards your chest. Your hands come up wherever they come to. And you're gonna keep breathing. And here, we're hoping to get a nice stretch in the back body. On an inhale, we're gonna slide on up. And then we're gonna take that left hand and you're gonna reach it up and around, looking for the back of your chair, or some part of the chair. Then you're gonna take that right hand on the outside of the left leg, and we're gonna do a nice deep twist using the chair to enhance our twist. And you're gonna keep breathing. And I know sometimes we see chairs and we think we're not gonna like get a workout or something like that, but I can feel my temperature going up already. I don't know about any of you. Okay, nice big inhale, we'll exhale forward, and then second side. So again, reaching for the back of the chair, left hand on the outside of the right knee, keeping yourself nice and tall, so we're just kind of pivoting on that spine. You're gonna keep breathing. Now on a nice big inhale, let's lengthen the spine. Exhale, come forward. And now, just for fun, without using your hands, you're gonna put your weight in your chair, we're gonna stand up. Weight in your feet, we're gonna stand up. Because that's, kind of like a little test for us as we get older. Some of you in here might not have to deal with that. Now this next one, I'm gonna show you two ways. We're gonna work on some lunges. So you might use the chair like this, or if you're feeling like deeper lunges today, you might work with blocks or even having your hands on the floor. So I want you to come into some sort of lunge with your left foot forward. Now make sure that knee is over your ankle and that your feet are hip width apart, right? And comfortable. Now you're going to engage those legs. That means you're pulling your feet towards one another to find your balance. Ooh, and your stability. Come on up. Now you might keep your hands on your thigh, or you might stretch them up towards the sky, palms towards one another. And you could have your back foot flat. I'm up on my toes, but you could have that flat. So the inhale's going to be here. Exhale, you're going to twist to one side. Inhale, come on up. And exhale to your second side. And you're going to do this a couple of times with your breath. You could also do this with your back knee on the ground, but you're making sure that you can breathe and that there's no discomfort as you're moving. Beautiful. Next time you do your second side, we're going to come back to the center and then step into a forward bend, or if you're on the chair, put your hands onto the chair. Inhale, slide on up. So come on up. Roll through those shoulders. How's everyone doing with that? Okay, all right. Don't push it. And I love that you're using the chair. Okay, now we're gonna come back down. So inhale is up, exhale, slide down. And actually, let's do that a few times. Inhale halfway up, exhale, slide a little bit more deeply with your breath. And the next time you're in your forward bend, let's step back with that left foot. And again, get yourself all set up. Knee over the ankle, feet hip width apart. Engage those legs. Maybe start to bring your hands up onto your thigh. And then if appropriate, reach those arms up. So if you're working with the chair, your hands might stay on the chair. Now moving with the breath, inhale center. Exhale, come to one side. Inhale up. Exhale, second side. And because I did not show you, for those of you, you're going to keep doing that. Those of you on the chair, you're going to take one hand up and then another hand down to the chair. That's probably how you were doing it. Okay, now, again, next time you finish your second side, we're going to end in the center and then exhale into our forward bend. Inhale, slide on up. Roll through those shoulders. And then we're going to inhale up, exhale, slide down. Halfway up, inhale. Exhale all the way in. One more time. And then let's come all the way up to the top. Now bringing your feet about hip width apart. what I want you to do, you're gonna have your hands on your thighs, and you all know this because we do this all the time. Inhale, center, exhale, slide down. And then, if it feels good, you're gonna start to slide that outside shoulder up, bending the elbow. And then maybe you start to look towards that lifted shoulder. And then possibly you reach that outside arm up. Inhale, center, exhale, extend. Now, as you make your way to the center, we're going to do a little bit of balance here. And so let's use our tennis ball today. So find your tennis ball. And what we're going to do is you're going to find your weight on your right foot, and we're going to put the tennis ball under your heel. And so you're weighted down now using all 4 points of your feet, base of the big toe, base of the pinky toe, both sides of your heel. You have a little bit of yellow sticking out behind your heel so that your tennis ball is not on your arch. And then we're going to come up onto the left toes, and you're going to start to pivot that knee. And you're noticing, how's it feel in my pelvis, my hips, and my knee, and my ankle, and my foot as I'm moving. Eventually, we're going to have the knee pointing to the left, heel comes in towards your ankle. Hands can be at your heart center or on your hips, wherever it helps you find your balance. And we're going to slide that foot up. So keep breathing. It's helpful to have a non-moving spot about 1 meter in front of you to look at. And then once you find your balance, if you find your balance, you might start to explore moving your arms. And it would also be totally appropriate to keep your toes on the ground. Beautiful. So now, hands back to the heart center, knee forward, foot comes down. You're going to step off of that tennis ball. Feel both your feet on the ground. Let go of any like, oh, that was awesome, or that sucked, whatever's going on. I'm just going to close this door. And start to get ready for your next side. So feel your feet on the ground, and then we're going to take the left foot onto the tennis ball. So the tennis ball is under your heel with a little bit of yellow sticking out. You're going to come up onto those right toes, start to pivot. And I want you to notice as we do something like this, like what's happening in that low back, right? Because that's something that we talked about at the beginning. And eventually the knees pointing to the right, and you're going to start to slide that heel in and maybe up your lower leg, staying off the knee joint. And again, start to explore. Do your hands want to move on this side? Are you still breathing? What's happening? You all look awesome. All right, and eventually hands back to the heart center, knee forward, foot comes down. We'll safely step off of the tennis ball and put it in a safe spot. Feel your feet on the ground. And now we're going to inhale, arms up, come up onto your toes. Exhale into a balanced chair. So if possible, keeping those heels lifted, lower abdominals engaged. You're breathing. Long, smooth breaths. Beautiful. Relax the heels to the ground. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, you're going to take one arm forward, one arm back. Inhale up. Second side. So just exactly what we were doing in our lunges, but now we're doing it in a chair position, still moving with our breath. One more time on each side. Beautiful. And when you come back up, bring those hands to the heart center. Take a moment to connect with your breath. And then you're going to come into a wide stance. So you'll probably want to turn sideways so that your feet are on your mat, and the feet are going to be parallel. Some of you will want a block in the center. So I would turn you sideways and put your chair in the center. Beautiful. Okay. And yes, you can do this with the chair as well. So what we're gonna do, and this is one of my favorite exercises for the head, neck, and shoulders. So your vision is gonna be on your left hand to the best of your ability the whole time, right? So we're gonna inhale up, exhale, your right hand comes down to the ground or the block. Your eyes are on that left hand. Comes overhead, reach overhead. Nope, you stay down. Hand comes overhead. Watch that hand. Hand comes back up towards the sky, left hand. Inhale, come on up. And you'll get this after a couple times. Inhale up, exhale. Left hand comes down, eyes on the right hand now. Arm comes forward, arm comes back up. Inhale, body up, arms up. Okay, it's multi-stepped, I know. Second side, left hand down, eyes up on the right hand. Nice. And always your eyes are on that moving arm unless it hurts your neck. Okay. So try that. All right. Now, next time you finish your second side, you're going to be in a 5-pointed star. And so your arms are extended, your feet are parallel. We're going to inhale here. Most of you know this. We're going to do our warrior goddess. So you're going to exhale, make a lot of noise, bend your knees and elbows, and squeeze your head. One more. Beautiful. Now, I want you to think about this before we do it. You're going to step your feet together, hands together overhead, and you're going to step back out. Now, other side, left hand and foot come in. And please bend your knees. You're moving with your breath. I like inhaling as the limbs come together, exhaling out. One more time on each side. And we're going to meet one more time in our 5-pointed star, but relax your arms because they're probably getting tired. Roll through those shoulders. So before we move on, I just want you to notice how is your head, neck, shoulders, back. And then after you've observed, step your feet together and let's find your strap. And for this part, some of you may want to go to the wall or the bar, or you can have your chair on your mat and use that as well. So we're going to do this standing up, and then we're going to come to the ground and try it as well. Okay? So we'll start with the strap on the padded part of your right foot. And then you're going to walk that leg up and walk your right hand down the strap. So those of you using the chair, you might have the chair where your left hand is, or your hand that's not holding the leg, right? Now notice your body. Are you dunking down? So you could have your knee bent, but I don't want your body to be contorted to hold your leg up. And we're going to slowly open out to the side. Looks good. All right, back to the center. Now, depending on how you are today, you're going to have one hand at each strap, or you're going to have one hand on both straps, and bow your head towards that leg and return it to the ground. Just, to add a little finesse into the ending of our pose. And then let's move to the second side. And you'll notice I adjusted where my chair is so I can have my left hand on the chair. Okay, so strap on the padded part of the foot. Start to walk your foot up. You're gonna make sure your elbow is nice and straight so you have more control over that leg. Watch your body, make sure your back is comfortable. Bend that standing knee, that helps. And again, start to take that leg out to the side. Breathe and focus. Back to the center. Bow your head to your knee. Return that foot to the floor. Very nice. Then we're gonna set the strap down for a moment. And we're going to reach for the right ankle. Take that heel towards your butt. And if your hand doesn't come to your ankle, you can use your strap to give you a little bit more room. And here, what I want you to think about, so your body's gonna stay upright, and you're gonna start to take that knee behind your standing leg. And then possibly start to make space between your heel and your buttock. Paying attention to every movement, every sensation. And then some of you may even start to take your heart towards the ground, but not at the expense of pressing your heel into your butt, right? Beautiful. Come on up. Gently release that foot. Move away from your chair so you can do a forward bend. We're going to inhale up, exhale, slide down. We'll do this a couple times. And then we'll do the second side. Beautiful. So once you come up, again, you're going to reach for the left ankle, bent knee towards your standing leg. You're going to explore taking that knee behind your standing leg. Woo. And then possibly making space between your heel and your buttock. And if appropriate for you, heart towards the ground. Still breathing. Oh, that's so amazing. All right, beautiful. Come on up. Gently release. Let's stretch both of those arms up towards the sky. Wiggle your fingers. And now as you exhale, I want you to bring your hands down, chin towards the chest. And we're going to round the back as we slowly make our way into a forward bend. And once we're down here, you might have your hands on the floor or a block. We're going to walk the hands to the right side and shift your hips over to the left. Make your way back to the center and then the second side. Hips moving away from where the hands are. It's okay if the knees are bent. Instead of having your hands on the floor or a block, you could have them on the chair. And then let's make our way back to the center. We'll inhale and slide on up. Now, I want you to take your chair into the middle of your mat so that you can stand in front of it. And we want the seat facing, your butt facing the seat. We're going to do one of my favorite things we haven't done in a long, long time. I call them touch and goes. Some of you may remember. So the idea, and of course you want to be safe, right? So you do what's appropriate for you. Inhale, arms up, and actually I'll turn to the side so that you can all see what I'm doing. And you want to have all legs on the chair. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, you're going to touch the chair. Inhale up. Exhale down. Touch and goes. Now, if it's too much with your hands, you could have them on your thighs. And you can also not get up and down. And you can hold on to the chair and just engage the muscles by pressing down with your feet. What do you think? Do you remember these, anybody? Yes. Okay, last one. And we're going to stay down. How's that feel? Feels great to sit down. Okay, now from here, We're gonna make our way down to the ground, and so what I'd like you to have close by is your strap, a block, and a bolster or blanket, so that we don't have to get up. We have all that stuff, and we're gonna have our chair at the edge of our mat, and you're gonna safely get yourself down onto the ground. And then we're gonna put our feet on the edge of the chair. And of course, you're taking care of your needs as we do all this. If you need to drink water or whatever it is, you take care of what you need. So our feet are on the edge of the chair. We're going to take the strap on the padded part of the left foot. Connect with your breath, connect with your body. And we're going to the best of our ability, we're going to keep this left leg straight. And you're going to walk it towards your body. So the leg is straight to the best of your ability. So for some of us, that means it won't move that far. Now you're going to stretch out your right leg, flex it, and it's up on the chair, right? And you're going to press with that foot like you're standing on it. You're going to continue to see if that left leg wants to come closer to your body or not. Keep breathing. So not the same, but similar to what we were doing standing up, except we took the balance out of the equation. You're going to keep breathing. Now, you're still pressing with that right foot. We're going to bend the left knee and take it towards your armpit. Can't see. Okay. All right. So it's like a half happy baby. Yes. You're going to keep breathing. Now, we're going to straighten out that leg. And you're going to take your right foot into the strap and bend your left knee and put that on the edge of the chair seat. Nice. Now let's work that leg towards our body. And again, as straight as is comfortable for your body. And it's okay to have a little bend in the knee, but I want you to not lose the stretch of your hamstring or your calf or your Achilles. And you're still breathing. Now we're going to stretch that left leg out, straighten it and flex that foot. And again, see if that right leg wants to come a little bit closer or not. Keep breathing. And again, we're going to bend that knee in towards the body, in towards your armpit or your chest. Long, smooth breaths, making sure there's no pain or discomfort. And then we'll bend the left knee and put that foot on the chair, take the strap off of the right foot. And let's bring the knees into the chest and roll side to side or in a circular motion, relaxing the back of the pelvis onto the floor. Nice. Now we're going to take both feet on the edge of the chair, and you're going to walk your body closer to the chair so that you can bring your hands onto the lower legs of the chair. And what I want you to do, so I have my heels on like the face of the bottom of the chair, and I'm going to lift my hips up off the ground, and I'm holding on to the legs of the chair so the chair doesn't run away from me, okay? You're going to inhale up, exhale down. You're just moving with your breath. Now, some of you might like to stay up with your hips lifted. You're going to keep your vision towards the ceiling, even though you have the desire to maybe look up towards me. And then walk your shoulders underneath. And then very carefully relax your shoulders and bring your hips back down to the ground. How's that feel for everybody? They're speechless. Okay, so now I want you to explore a little bit on your own, and it might be lifting the hips up, it might be just relaxing with your legs on the chair, and it might be coming all the way up, like we just did, walking the shoulders underneath, and making sure that you have long, smooth breaths flowing through your body. Let's say in about 30 seconds or so, we will meet with our legs on the chair. And then you're going to use your strap, and we're going to take the strap on the padded part of both feet. And your feet are going to be about hip width apart, and the feet are flexed. And at first, what I want you to do, we're going to keep the legs perpendicular to the ground, and you're just going to very safely, carefully rock from side to side. And then we're going to stop in the middle, and you're going to bring the legs a little bit closer to your body, and then we're going to rock again. Once more, we'll stop in the center, legs a little bit closer, and gently rocking. And what are we hoping to do with this? We're hoping to increase the flexibility of our spine and also to gain some strength because we're managing the weight of our legs, right? All right, now let's bring those legs back up to perpendicular. You're gonna walk your hands up the straps so that your elbows are straight, your body's flat on the floor. Inhale is going to be here with your body on the ground and the legs perpendicular. Bless you. Exhale. You're going to bend your elbows and reach your head and your shoulders towards your legs. Inhale down. Exhale up. Beautiful. Now, next time you exhale down, we're going to take our legs into a wide angle. You're going to let go of the strap. You might hold on to your big toes, your ankles, the backs of the knees, but you're going to have your legs straight and in a wide angle. And then possibly without using your arms, you're going to slowly bring those legs together. So the feet are flexed, the legs, so that we're engaging the muscles of the legs, and then you're going to slowly bring them towards one another. Now next time they're together, you're going to slide your hands back up onto your ankles or your feet or the backs of your knees and bend your knees in towards your body, maybe gently moving from side to side. And then holding on to your right leg wherever you are and being aware that we have that chair down at the end of our mat, so we might move it out of the way. Holding on to your right leg, you're going to stretch that left leg down towards the floor. Keep breathing, and you're letting it hover over the ground, though you may have the desire to drop that heel. Beautiful. Now let's bend the left knee, bring that leg in, hold on to your foot or your knee or wherever you hold on to, stretch out the right leg, flex the right foot, and let that heel hover over the ground. Let's go back to that first leg. Now we're going to hold on to the flexed ankle of the right foot and pull that leg across our body.
like we're doing a laying down pigeon pose. And then you're gonna stretch out the left leg again. Keep that heel hovering over the ground. Then let's point and flex the left foot. So you're holding on to your right leg and you're pointing and flexing that left foot, maybe taking it in a circle. And you're still breathing, of course. Now let's carefully bend the left knee. You're gonna stretch out the right leg, let it hover over the ground, and you're taking that left lower leg with the flexed left foot, you're holding on to that ankle and maybe the knee as well. And then maybe pointing and flexing that foot. Circles, whatever feels good. Still breathing. And so let's bend that right knee. We'll take both knees into the chest. Nice little circles. Now this is where we're going to use our blanket.
And so carefully you might roll yourself over to the side. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna make a roll with the blanket. So you wanna hold it in this position. And I know at home you might have different kinds of blankets, but you want a long roll. And then you're gonna roll it up. And then we're gonna place that long roll in the center of our mat. And then when you lay on it, you're gonna make sure your head and your hips are on that roll. Okay, so you're gonna make a nice big roll. And then put your hips, so your butt goes onto the blanket.
So bring yourself down and walk yourself up so that now your head, your pelvis, and your spine are under that roll. And then some of you might like your legs extended like mine are, and some of you might like your knees bent. But I want you to make sure that wherever you are, you're nice and stable. And then what we're going to do is you're going to inhale one arm up and turn your head away from that arm. Exhale, arm comes back down, head comes to the center. And then alternate arms, inhale, arm up, head turns away from the arm. Exhale, back to the center. We'll do it a couple more times, moving at your own pace with your breath. And then eventually you might come to a place where you pause and just let yourself relax, letting your hips and your shoulders give in to gravity while your spine is totally supported by the blanket. Now, when you're ready, I want you to think about, does your body need anything else before you make your way into Shavasana? And Shavasana is our final relaxation. And since we have the chairs there, you might choose to put your legs up on the chair. Some of you might like to stay here with that blanket under your spine, or I want you to find a comfortable place to be. So first, does your body need anything else? And if so, you're going to do that. And if you're set to get into Shavasana, then you're going to make your way there. So you decide, what do I need right now? And if you need suggestions for Shavasana, let me know. So you're gonna lay down, get comfortable. Is that good?
Yeah.
Yeah, then stay down. Maybe put these under your knees. So that, because we're gonna stay there for a while. Got it.
How you doing?
Better. Okay, so good. Okay, get yourself comfortable. Long, smooth breaths. So ever so slowly in your time, starting to notice your breath and how your body's feeling and what sort of movement would feel really yummy as you start to go back into the room. Now, eventually, when you get yourself to a comfortable seated place, and it does not have to be sitting cross-legged, sitting however you want to, even in the chairs that we have out today. And then taking your hands onto your legs or wherever it's comfortable, we're going to make nice little gentle circles with our body. And after you go in one direction a few times, go in the other direction. And so because we were focused really, for the most part, on our head, neck, shoulders, and spine, and we added in some legs too, but the heart came to mind. And so that little chant that I said focuses on the heart. So I thought for our focus practice, I'd have you put your hands over your heart. And I'm going to teach you that little mantra, and you can say it aloud or in your head. And I just want you to take a moment to connect your head and your heart. A long time ago, somebody told me the longest journey was from the head to the heart. And so for a moment, we're just going to feel and breathe, and then I will say the chant. And then if you want to join me, we'll say it a few times together. Om Anahataye Namaha. Om Anahataye Namaha. Om Anahataye Namaha. Listen one more time. Om Anahataye Namaha. And as we sit here with our hands on our heart and saying a chant to our heart, I want you to think about what is your heart's desire right now. In this moment, what's that thing that pops into your head that you really desire deep down in your heart? And it could be, that you want a yummy breakfast or a relationship or a job, or it could be anything, big or small. I want you to connect with that desire. Now, when you feel that connection, you can keep your hands at your heart or you can release them. And then we're going to focus on our breath. And so what we're going to do, you're going to inhale a little bit, pause, inhale a little bit more, pause, inhale a little bit more, and then exhale. And I'll talk you through it. So inhale, pause, inhale, pause, inhale, exhale, complete. When you're done exhaling, inhale, pause, inhale a little bit more, do it a few more times at your own pace, making sure it doesn't feel uncomfortable. Inhale, pause. Inhale, pause. Inhale, exhale. 2 more times. And we'll sit after your last, and that's called prana breathing or steps. It's done in prana steps. And when we focus the steps on the inhale, it's to bring up our energy. So notice how you feel. I'm just going to sit for a moment, thinking about that heart's desire and how you're going to be out the rest of your day today. And then I would like to take a moment to thank my teachers for their teachings. And I am just so grateful to be a carrier of the teachings of the lineage of Krishnamacharya. We'll close with our 3 planetary healing sounds, inhaling the arms up towards the sky, exhaling the sound Hu to the heart. Inhaling the arms out to the sides, exhaling out to the heart. And inhaling, scooping up, Om to the heart. Thank you all so much for being here. Namaste. Namaste.